Hallelujah. Welcome. All praise and honor to Jesus Christ, the Lord Most High, King of Kings and Savior of our souls.
No introduction, no introduction, no introduction. Let's go get 'em, let's go get 'em, let's go get 'em. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you, in front of you. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you, in front of you, in front of you. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you, in front of you. They want to depopulate the civilians. Nowadays, they say it's easier to kill than to try to control millions. National debt sits in the trillions, and there's a plot to steal the birthright of the children of Israel, the real ones. Plans to hide every revolutionary's relevance, triggered by the FBI's counterintelligence. Leaders killed and jailed unjustly by its director, the aggressor, J. Edgar Hoover, the racist cross-dresser. His orchestration of hate-laced investigations, the infiltration of civil rights organizations, assassinations, character defamations through media, even today used in deceiving and misleading you, believing the all motivated lies they're feeding you. Corporate America thieves get greedier and greedier. Neocons take the 40, 50 years denouncing them. The poor built this country, but nobody's looking out for them. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you. Little time, right time, over you and under you. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you. Right time, over you and under you. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you. Little time, right time, over you and under you. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you. Right time, little time, over you. Keep people unconscious. Office, governments keep sponsoring bombings. Honesty is far gone. The land is a war zone. Your family and your children consuming animal hormones. Nothing is organic. Nearly everything real is gone. Fast food places and the great meat with silicone. Every day we pay for it. Now the whole nation's sick. Addictive and money-driven drugs are what the patients get. Any natural remedy, the FDA sanctions it. If they don't want the cure, they want the money that they make from it. The USA's a corporation, wealth is the emphasis. Prison industrial complex and slave businesses. Stock market interested. The reason that they build them in advance is because they know eventually they're gonna fill them. Orchestrating the system to incarcerate your children and project future inmates based on that to make millions. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you. Left side, right side, over you and under you. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you. Right side, left side, over you and under you. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you. Left side, right side, over you and under you. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you. Right side, left side, over, behind and under you. Never taught by the enemy, and it won't be. The real power is always the entity you don't see. Subconsciously planted in your head is where it wants to be. Thousands of media powers owned by three companies. 85% of the whole planet in darkness. Spend millions on sports teams while the homeless are starving. Nobody wants to protest, rally or picket, but it's the line around the corner for them concert tickets. Soldiers dying every day. You keep sending them out. I want to send 5,000 killers to Zimmerman's house. The Rockefellers in the Bush family in the same box, G. Henry Ford, all of them supported the Nazis. Members of the Tea Party still telling black jokes. You wearing the clothes, but the designer hates black folks. Reporters want to get dirt. Sound bites and excerpts. CNN must mean corrupt news network. Lost every dime you had riding with the wrong stock. Made in USA is dead. China got it on lock. Lost your 401k and all the paper you was holding. Cause you invested in something somebody else was controlling. They make it go up or down, rise high, fall deep. The market's manipulated by people on Wall Street. Talk about the Middle East like America's airless university campus and movie theater terrorists. True devilish temperament. The government is infamous. Ask them what they do to Guantanamo Bay prisoners. They dominate the airwaves and lie to the listeners, presenting false information. think it's the slavery is the evidence. Most don't understand what the Willie Lynch let them in. Centuries of self-hate, divisions of blacks. Now they twist the difference between racism and fact. We read the Declaration of Independence with blinders. There were 9 Freemasons among the 56 signers. In 1870, a law came to shrine us a higher order of masonry with a secret behind them. The sword on the logo, it speaks for itself, meaning anyone who tells the secret is put to death. Who is Hiram Abiff? What's his true identity? The devil's agenda be to kill us mentally continually. The wolf in sheep's clothing who fabricated divinity. The enemy who murders through lies, science, and chemistry. Trickery and industry. For power they forever plot. You went to war to fight for a freedom that you never got. Dirty chess moves executed by the hidden hand. Now they plotting on a way to go to war with Iran. Same game used again. Same wicked methods born. Just like Paul Wolf, who was said done before a desert storm. The government is broke. They can't cater to your needs. Planned Parenthood persuading to kill your future seeds. The school system misleads. They money hungry savage vultures. If you chase degrees, you better get you one in agriculture. Now it's Christians in the music. Are you in that other mix? Why the hell you covering your eyes and throwing up the sticks? Did you give your soul away? A price that you cannot afford? Did you take from Satan what you could have got from the Lord? God is DNA. Baffling it might seem. His existence is rooted in the number 19. His origin comes from where the mathematics say it's from. D, the 4th letter. N is 14 and A is 1. Who prevailed in the end? The divine or the evil? This war that's going on is for the minds of the people. Calamities keep increasing. World confusion bound to deepen. Nobody can take control of their surroundings if they sleeping. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you. Left side, right side, over you and under you. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you. Right side, left side, over you and under you. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you. Left side, right side, over you and under you. You don't see it, but it's right there in front of you. Right side, left side, over behind and under you.
Pardon me. Proverbs 31. Don't want to skip it, although they messed with the dates and everything. I like to associate each day of the month with a proverb. So here we go. Proverbs 31. Sayings of King Lemuel, an oracle. His mother taught him. Oh, my son. Oh, son of my womb. Oh, son of my vows. The answer to my prayers. Do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, not for kings to drink wine, not for rulers to crave beer, lest they drink and forget what the law decrees, and deprive all the oppressed of their rights. Give beer to those who are perishing, wine to those who are in anguish. Let them drink and forget their poverty, and remember their misery no more. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and needy. A wife of noble character, who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She is like the merchant ships, bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it is still dark. She provides food for her family and portions for her servant girls. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings she plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her tasks. She sees that her trading is profitable, and her lamp does not go out at night. In her hand she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. She makes coverings for her bed. She is clothed in fine linen and purple. Her husband is respected at the city gate, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies the merchants with sashes. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household, and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive, and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her the reward she has earned, and let her works bring her praise at the city gates.
I've got the plans for Halloween.
Heard you guys were.
Mm-mm-mm.
Society is brainwashed. Bill, think you need to let them know what's going on, baby. Time to tell them. When I'm in the streets, I always remain cautious. Let's go. Every society honors its live conformers and dead troublemakers of the son of Satan. Sculpted the culture of the ancients, burn me at the stake. With my left hand stuck in the matrix, I'm the apex. I steal signs off of spaceships. Not water contractors captured off of camcorders. Aftermath slaughter, violent massacre. Masters of order, burning effigies of presidents and American flags. Veterans clash for the chance to sell terror for cash. Babylon destroyed the base of Migdosh. Death codes, murder squads, exploded churches and burning mosques. Throw your dice, now your destiny's cast. And these seeds are all planted over centuries past. And the mysteries remain unsolved. Colliding pyramids on Mars. Visitors beyond the scriptures of Allah. God is on the side of the fucking money and large armies. Pray for death amongst these brainwashed zombies. Society is brainwashed. That you can't see what I can see. That's right. There's a few things we have to address. That you can't see what I can see. When I'm in the streets, I always remain cautious. Good. 2001, less than 2 months, 7/11 occurred. The infamous William Cooper was murdered, ex-naval intelligence officer. But now author of Behold the Pale Horse. He paid the cost. I can't say that I agree with everything that he wrote, but I admire him for speaking his mind, though. Never holding his tongue for nobody. Our society is brainwashed. Guns at each other's faces for the same time, saying everything and saying nothing. Same bullshit materialism of the third world man's luxury. This false flag fuckery. An age-affected junkie. Your lady is living. You can't fuck me. You can't touch me. The Black Pope, superior general. Tim Oscar riding like a pirate from Inglewood. Bring the hood up to a hovering mothership. They already made the switch to the one world government. I bet you can't see what I can see. That's right. There's a few things we have to address. I bet you can't see what I can see. When I'm in the streets, I always remain cautious. Good. Witch doctors. When this explosion on the Groom Lake landing strip, the Silicon sorceress abandoned ship. Famine gripped the planet with the gigantic satanic fists. Believe me, linked to my body through the sandwich business. I don't advise you to believe these could be camera tricks. All I'm saying is to ask questions amateurs. When Hollywood tries to pass off as a fantasy, might have already happened in actuality. Vice versa. If Jesus Christ was a person who was meant Who was Christian? Who was the first to be baptized, crucified, resurrected, betrayed and made into a part of someone else's redemption? Old men start wars for young dudes to die in Madison Avenue, telling you what you should be buying. Religion and science always profess peace, but in the end, who created the deadly war machine society? I bet you can't see what I can see. There's a few things we have to address. I bet you can't see what I can see. When I'm in the streets, I always remain cautious. That's right.
Hi, Shyhards. It's Marina Sporchati from Chicago PD. Be sure to check out One Chicago Wednesday, starting at 8 p.m. on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Peacock. Sorry. That's funny. Don't look back.
Yeah. It's that real this time around. Technique. It's on now, motherfucker. Lock it up. This is the point of no return. I can never go back. Life without parole, upstate, shackled and trapped. Living in the hole, looking at the world through a crack. But fuck that. I'd rather shoot it out and get clapped. I've gone too far. There ain't no coming back for me. Auschwitz gas chamber full of Zyklon B. Just like the Spanish exterminating Tainos, raping the black and Indian women, creating Latinos. Motherfuckers made me out of self-righteous hatred, and now you got yourself a virus stuck in the matrix. A suicide bomber strapped and ready to blow. Lethal injection strapped down, ready to go. Don't you understand? They'll never let me live out in peace. Concrete jungle, guerrilla war out in the streets. Nat Turner with the sickle, pitchfork and machete. The end of the world, motherfucker, you not ready. This is the point of no return, and nobody can stop it. Malcolm Little, when he knelt before Elijah Muhammad, that commented, kill the dinosaurs, changing the earth. They love to criticize, they always say I changed for the worse. Like prescription pills when you misusing them, nigga. The Templar Knights, when they took Jerusalem, nigga, and figured out what was buried under Solomon's temple. Al-Aqsa, the name is not coincidental. I know too much, the government is trying to murder me. No coming back like cutting your wrists open vertically. How could the serpent be purposely put in charge of the country? Genetic engineered sickness spread amongst me. My people are so hungry that they attack without reason. Like a fucking dog ripping off the hand that feeds him. Immortal technique is treason to the Patriot Act. So come and get me, motherfucker, cause I'm not coming back. This is the point from which I can never return. And if I back down now, then forever I burn. This is the point from which I can never retreat. Cause if I turn back now, there can never be peace. This is the point from which I will die, succeed, live in the struggle. I know I'm alive when I bleed. From now on, it can never be the same as before. Cause the place that I'm from doesn't exist anymore. This is the point of no return, nigga. You better believe this. Mary Magdalene giving birth to the children of Jesus. The evolution of the world, bloody and dramatic. Human beings killing monkeys to conquer the planet. The kingdoms of Africa and Mesopotamia. Machine gun in your body with depleted uranium. This is the age of microchips and titanium. The dark side of the moon in contact with aliens. I started out like Australians, criminal minded, broke into hell, tore it down and built a city behind it. Southpaw, murderous methodology, nigga. Remember that I'm just a man, don't follow me, nigga. Cause once you pass the point, you can never go home. You gotta face the possibility of dying alone. So tell me, motherfucker, how could you die for the throne when you don't even got the fucking heart to die for your own? It rains acid one day, the earth.
I'll give you a call, don't worry, bro.
Looking at the world living inside of a dome. Computerized humanity living inside of a clone. This is the place where the unknown is living and real. Where the planet X and the seventh seal. Universal truth is not measured in mass appeal. This is the last time that I kneel and pray to the sky. Cause almost everything that I was ever told was a lie. This is the point from which I can never return. And if I back down now, then forever I burn. This is the point from which I can never retreat. Cause if I turn back now, there can never be peace. This is the point from which I will die, succeed, live in the struggle. I know I'm alive when I bleed. From now on, it can never be the same as before. Cause the place that I'm from doesn't exist anymore.
Abre los ojos. Open those eyes. It's the word of God. causes the blind to see. There's a veil put up when we read the book of Moses. But you know what? It's part of the Bible. It's part of the Testament. I don't like saying Old and New Testament. It's the Bible. It's part of it. Without the old, you don't have the new. If a seed doesn't fall to the ground and die, it's not going to grow up to be a fruitful tree. So there you have it. The priestly garments, Exodus chapter 39. Got the NIV with the ribbon bookmark. There we go. From the blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, they made woven garments for ministering in the sanctuary. They also made sacred garments for Aaron, as the Lord commanded Moses. The ephod. They made the ephod of gold and of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and of finely twisted linen. They hammered out thin sheets of gold and cut strands to be worked into the blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and fine linen. The work of a skilled craftsman. They made shoulder pieces for the ephod, which were attached to two of its corners, so it could be fastened. Its skillfully woven waistband was like it, of one piece with the ephod, and made with gold, and with blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and with finely twisted linen, as the Lord commanded Moses. They mounted the onyx stones in gold filigree settings, and engraved them like a seal with the names of the sons of Israel. Then they fastened them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod as memorial stones for the sons of Israel, as the Lord commanded Moses. The breastpiece. They fashioned the breastpiece, the work of a skilled craftsman. They made it like the ephod, of gold and of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and of finely twisted linen. It was square, a span long, and a span wide, and folded double. Then they mounted 4 rows of precious stones on it. In the first row there was a ruby, a topaz, and a beryl. In the second row, a turquoise, a sapphire, and an emerald. In the third row, a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst. In the fourth row, a chrysolite, an onyx, and a jasper. They were mounted in gold filigree settings. There were 12 stones, one for each of the names of the sons of Israel, each engraved like a seal with the name of one of the 12 tribes. For the breastpiece, they made braided chains of pure gold, like rope. They made 2 gold filigree settings and 2 gold rings, and fastened the rings to 2 of the corners of the breastpiece. They fastened the 2 gold chains to the rings at the corners of the breastpiece, and the other ends of the chains to the 2 settings, attaching them to the shoulder pieces of the ephod at the front. They made 2 gold rings and attached them to the other 2 corners of the breastpiece, on the inside edge next to the ephod. Then they made 2 more gold rings and attached them to the bottom of the shoulder pieces, on the front of the ephod, close to the seam just above the waistband of the ephod. They tied the rings of the breastpiece to the rings of the ephod with blue cord, connecting it to the waistband so that the breastpiece would not swing out from the ephod, as the Lord commanded Moses. Other priestly garments. They made the robe of the ephod entirely of blue cloth, the work of a weaver, with an opening in the center of the robe, like the opening of a collar. and a band around this opening so that it would not tear. They made pomegranates of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and finely twisted linen around the hem of the robe, and they made bells of pure gold and attached them around the hem between the pomegranates. The bells and the pomegranates alternated around the hem of the robe to be worn for ministering, as the Lord commanded Moses. And Aaron and his sons, they made tunics of fine linen, the work of a weaver, and the turban of fine linen, the linen headbands, and the undergarments of finely twisted linen. The sash was of finely twisted linen and blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, the work of an embroiderer, as the Lord commanded Moses. They made the plate, the sacred diadem, out of pure gold, and engraved on it, like an inscription on a seal, "Holy to the Lord." Then they fastened a blue cord to it to attach it to the turban, as the Lord commanded Moses. Moses inspects the tabernacle. So all the work on the tabernacle, the tent of meeting, was completed. The Israelites did everything just as the Lord commanded Moses. Then they brought the tabernacle to Moses, the tent and all its furnishings, its clasps, frames, crossbars, posts, and bases, the covering of ram skins dyed red, the covering of hides of sea cows, and the shielding curtain, the ark of the testimony with its poles, and the atonement cover, the table with all its articles, and the bread of the presence, the pure gold lampstand with its row of lamps, and all its accessories, and the oil for the light, the gold altar, the anointing oil, the fragrant incense, and the curtain for the entrance to the tent, the bronze altar with its bronze grating, its poles and all its utensils, the basin with its stand, the curtains of the courtyard with its posts and bases, and the curtain for the entrance to the courtyard, the ropes and tent pegs for the courtyard, all the furnishings for the tabernacle, the tent of meeting, and woven garments worn for ministering in the sanctuary, both the sacred garments for Aaron, the priest, and the garments for his sons when serving as priests. The Israelites had done all the work just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Moses inspected the work and saw that they had done it just as the Lord had commanded. So Moses blessed them. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're illegally robbing you. And it's happening every time you pay for car insurance. Here's the thing. We've arrived from every corner of the planet to this nation to seek the fulfillment of the promise of America. We were promised a better life in our home countries, where we were told that privatizing water and electricity would make things run more efficiently. Instead, the quality remained almost the same, and the price was increased until it became an unaffordable luxury. Some corporations are more efficient than government, but their motivation is not the health or well-being of the people. It's only about profit. Everything else. Their image, their human resources, their public relations only exist to protect the reality behind it. Once upon a time, we were told that nationalization would prevent growth by limiting competition, that our countries were nothing without the companies that invested in us. And so they privatized everything. Everything in our country was owned by people that had no connection to our culture, those who never had our interest at heart. They didn't care about our survival or well-being. They just wanted to turn a profit by raping the land, by exploiting our people, our industry, and our resources. They took everything we built and made it theirs. First by creating racism to justify slavery, building the capital for capitalism, and then when they gave us what they called liberty, everything we had was still owned by them. Our governments told us that socialism was the real enemy and that we would have freedom, but the foreign powers and corporations were the ones with the real freedom, the freedom to take all the wealth generated by our work and our land and give us only a small percentage of the scraps from the table. Their lust for power and their greed drove them to betray not only us, but themselves in the word of their own God. And while some used missionaries and donations to offset this abuse, other countries and companies were blatant with their crimes, using war, disease, and sanctions that killed millions. They supported corrupt governments that were almost like the old slave masters in their repression of the people, because their loyalty was to those who enabled them, installed them, and kept them in power. They became the bastard children of American industry, kleptocracies, governments of thievery. They protected the corporations and went to war against their own people to preserve those profits. The puppet rulers were given billions of U.S. tax dollars to fund civil wars, right-wing death squads, execute political dissidents, sympathetic clergy, and even overthrow democratically elected governments. And so the age of revolution began again. They painted it as godless terrorists versus the free world and the free market. But the free market has never been free, because the market does not regulate itself. It is manipulated like a puppet, and it survives because of its image. Destroy the image and the enemy will die. Such is the same in the rap industry, for the major label superpowers treat the underground like the third world. When they need new assets, new artists to prostitute or sign and put on the shelf to use their songs, when they needed new concepts, music, and publishing to steal from producers, they came to the underground, to the third world. They took our culture, our property, and our industry, and our resources, even using our own people to help them exploit us. But behind the mask of efficiency they claim that we need to succeed, they are no better than us. Their economic advertisement was always a lie. A few got rich, but most were given an illusion of wealth, almost as if it was designed for failure. Opportunity comes at the price of the soul in the music. So remember what they are underneath the fancy architecture: glitter and rented jewelry, the cars, the IMF loans, the seeds with suicide genes, 20-year contracts, and oil blood money. Build your defenses, my independent brothers and sisters. They'll stop at nothing to get what they want. They paint the third world underground as savage and backward, but the superpowers are no less corrupt. They've just learned to disguise it better, because they fix elections too. They embezzle tax money. They go to war for resources. They fund terrorism for their own benefit. And when there's enough at stake, history's taught us that they'll even assassinate their own presidents.
A corporation that controls the third world in the next century controls the globe. Think of it. One world economy, one corporation under God, one moral, spiritual, economic unity.
You know, back in the day, some of y'all used to shout out Allah's name like he was hosting your mixtape. Then after 9/11, you got scared and shut the fuck up. Didn't talk about the demonization of a culture, immigrants, nothing. Now you show up, talk about we taking it too far. Die slow, motherfucker! Yeah, 100% independent, I'm the fucking boss. I sold 80,000 off a quarter bowl of the sauce. The hood is not stupid, we know the mathematics. I made double what I would going gold on Atlantic. Cause EMI, Sony, BMG in a scope. Would never sign a rapper with the White House in the scope. They push pop music like a religion. Anorexic, celebrity driven, financial fantasy fiction. Contradiction, cause the life he was given resembles life in prison. Spent time with Manuel Noriega, the real Noriega, who did America 100 favors with Congress to shine the CIA. Moving Escobar's code to the MIA. This is the third world speaking to a dead man walking, and everybody talking about the South taking over. It's a motherfucker, but it's coming over the border. Fuck your chain, my people will kill you for water. Fuck fans, nigga. I got soldier supporters that have cut your throat if you strapped with a tape recorder. That's right, motherfucker. Welcome to the new world order, where the truth is always censored by corporate reporters. The government runs a drug politics on the corner. That's why I never stress rappers and their employers. I put up bag holders, fucking had to torture your lawyer. Cause it's too simple to shoot y'all days in the roof of your mouth and electrocute you. I'll root you out with the Ruger, the German Luger, U-boat, and the troops in the scuba. Nigga, you can't overthrow me like the island of Cuba. Niggas will never find your body like the bitch in Aruba. And I maneuver through the State Department and their friends with secret deals like the Nazis and IBM. And now you know this ain't a trend or a fashion. This is my life and my passion. Fuck trying to cash in, nigga. I need more than advancements and a rented mansion. So why you little house niggas is singing and dancing? I kill you and take your land like an Israeli expansion.
Watch 100 plus channels of live TV, your favorite sports, movies, and more, with no hidden fees or long-term contracts. Plus, get up to 6 accounts per household with YouTube TV. Try it free. Terms apply. Cancel anytime.
Yeah, it's that real this time around. Technique, revolutionary Fortytude. It's on now, motherfucker. Lock and load. This is the point of no return. I can never go back. Life without parole, upstate, shackled and trapped, living in the hole, looking at the world through a crack. Fuck that. I'd rather shoot it out and get clapped. I've gone too far. There ain't no coming back for me. Auschwitz gas chamber full of Zyklon B. Just like the Spanish exterminating Tainos, raping the black and Indian women, creating Latinos. Motherfuckers made me out of self-righteous hatred, and now you got yourself a virus stuck in the matrix. A suicide bomber strapped and ready to blow. Lethal injection strapped down, ready to go. Don't you understand? They'll never let me live out in peace. Concrete jungle, guerrilla war out in the streets. Nat Turner with the sickle, pitchfork and machete. The end of the world, motherfucker, you not ready. This is the point of no return, and nobody can stop it. Malcolm Little when he knelt before Elijah Muhammad, the comet that killed the dinosaurs, changing the earth. They love to criticize, they always say I changed for the worse. Like prescription pills when you misusing them, nigga. The Templar Knights when they took Jerusalem, nigga, and figured out what was buried under Solomon's temple. Al-Aqsa, the name is not coincidental. I know too much, the government is trying to murder me. No coming back like cutting your wrists open vertically. How could the serpent be purposely put in charge of the country? Genetic engineered sickness spread amongst me. My people are so hungry that they attack without reason, like a fucking dog ripping off the hand that feeds him. Immortal technique is treason to the Patriot Act. So come and get me, motherfucker, cause I'm not coming back. This is the point from which I can never return. And if I back down now, then forever I burn. This is the point from which I can never retreat. Cause if I turn back now, there can never be peace. This is the point from which I will die, succeed, live in the struggle. I know I'm alive when I bleed. From now on, it can never be the same as before. Cause the place that I'm from doesn't exist anymore. This is the point of no return, nigga. You better believe this. Mary Magdalene giving birth to the children of Jesus. The evolution of the world, bloody and dramatic. Human beings killing monkeys to conquer the planet. The kingdoms of Africa and Mesopotamia. Machine gun your body with depleted uranium. This is the age of microchips and titanium. The dark side of the moon in contact with aliens. I started out like Australians, criminal minded, broke into hell, tore it down and built a city behind it. Southpaw, murderous methodology, nigga. Remember that I'm just a man, don't follow me, nigga. Cause once you pass the point, you can never go home. You gotta face the possibility of dying alone. So tell me, motherfucker, how could you die for the throne when you don't even got the fucking heart to die for your own? It rains acid, one day the earth will cry from a stone, and you'll be looking at the world living inside of a dome. Computerized humanity living inside of a clone. This is the place where the unknown is living and real. Wormwood, the planet X, and the seventh seal. Universal truth is not measured in mass appeal. This is the last time that I kneel and pray to the sky, cause almost everything that I was ever told was a lie. This is the point from which I can never return, and if I back down now, then forever I burn. This is the point from which I can never retreat, cause if I turn back now, there can never be peace. This is the point from which I will die, succeed, live in the struggle. I know I'm alive when I bleed. From now on, it can never be the same as before, cause the place that I'm from doesn't exist anymore.
They're coming here. They're waiting at the edge of the city. They're peering around buildings at night. And they're waiting. They're waiting for you. And they'll take you one by one, and no one will hear you scream. No one will hear you scream!
Sticking axe in your guts like Maximus, pumping exodus, bonded by hemoglobin, dumping clips in your tits, the anarchist activist, the brotherhood of evil mutants run up on you, shooting people, fucking feeble unit, none of us are good. Toxic avenging your head, the reverend of death, revving the engine for the revelation of flesh being stretched to the ending. Your homo cliques exterminated like vermin roaming through train stations, terminated by electrical currents occurring. I rock a pair of Nikes hiking through the streets like a Viking holding spikes. I'm civilized and devil eyes don't sleep. You're not ill, you perpetrate the blood that circulates in your vertebrae, squirting your shirt with a perverted murder percolates. The revolting, insulting coaching is resulting as the sickest fuck on the planet Earth, catapulting molten. I'll be a billionaire and still be down to throw you down the stairs and kill you, rocking military gear with ill. I don't care, you're a god of atrocity. Fuck you with 5 fingers constantly. The monstrosity, king of the scumbag, king of colostomy. My gun bang, we run things, give you a necktie. Look how your tongue hangs. Bloodbath pornography, splatterfest, sadomasochist. I paint the wall with your blood. Physical graffiti, cynical degree city. This is murder world. Welcome to your death after the afterlife. I murder you again. Left with a burner to your head. Suicide soldiers like the Heaven's Gate. Time desperate hate. Bloodstained holy books are like a test of faith. Like the word of God telling me to kill. Or the word of pagans telling me to sacrifice you in the name of Satan. Hate, lust, and abomination. Unholy combination. Circle of tyrants to control an entire nation. That can attack you like the dawn of the dead. Rather be backstage catching head from your daughter instead. You run all fours, candle stuck to your back like gauze. I'd rather make a man shady and scan tack you the walls. When the bottom sets in, pull out my axe from the stall. How he pops up with up packs of the last to fall. The wizard and gore, diminished like the skull in his sword. Emotionless, serotonin finish like ripples and dwarves. God hates the source, so we burn churches. Your mouth's a urinal, bitch, laced in the deep purple. I'll hurt you on purpose. Never got shit handed to me. The silver spoon is only used to cook the Lord and important. Your kids are fantasy. We stick goons, we don't give a fuck what you say. Above the law, get an apology. Straight from DAs, playing ball, killer, coked out jokes of Beretta schemes. If I don't blow up, this lab is the kitchen for methamphetamines. The wall's closing in, too much to fight. Pay-per-view suicide, we all die tonight. Yo, I say who I wanna, we're creating the horror. See my state in Nirvana is to make you a goner. Stick a pick in your stomach because I'm sick of you frontin'. But still I'm quicker to plunge and catch a victim for nothing. I'm without the sharp shackles, thinking cheat up with these. I watch your ligaments bleed with every vigorous speed. My left hook is known to put a bitch in the sea and transform his face into mystery me. After I clap at your wing, your skull will snap like a twig. There ain't no little body count, I make my massacres big. Carefully put in the clip so that the bullets can rip. You can't butcher the bits, to me's as good as it gets. Bet you leave on a stretcher when the 16 wet you with your cap twisted back like a major league catcher. The head will bleed, catch up till your garments are soaked. Watch me finish the job with something sharp in your throat.